and welcome to another episode of You,
Me,
and the Flea. Happy Thursday.
Friday's tomorrow. You know, one of those days where you wake up and you think it's Friday?
Every day I wish it was Friday.
And then you realize, we
Nope,
got another one.
got 4 to go.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah, and we are approaching the day for the big dogs.
Father's Day.
Daddy's Day.
Oh, where the daddies at?
Where the daddies at? Please raise your hand. No, I mean, you already know the drill. We did it for the moms. We got to do it for the dads.
Yep.
So here we are. Let's celebrating Father's Day.
Yeah. What do you typically do for Father's Day?
Grill out, hang out. Usually it's like nice out. I want to say we spend the whole day outside.
Oh yeah, same.
Totally. What about you?
Same.
Yeah.
Same situation with
laid
everything.
Back vibes.
My dad probably will go golfing though, with either like a friend or my brothers, and then usually while they're golfing, me and my mom are in the kitchen. You know,
totally
doing the things.
Totally.
So yeah, that's what we usually do.
So he likes to get his golf on.
Yep.
My dad's not a golfer, so no. Yeah, it's very lax, very chill, man. Like, if you know my dad, that's how he is, and that's how he wants to spend his day.
That's
with his
perfect.
feet up. He loves to tan, so he'll like lay out. Not as much anymore, but man, he used to like.
As I was telling you,
bronze.
I need a tan. You are looking bronze. Speaking of bronze,
oh wow,
you're looking good.
Well, thanks. Yeah. It's summer months, okay? We got to get it together. We got to get the vitamin D. Mine was low all winter, so
totally, I'm with you.
I'm listening to my doctor's orders. Mm-hmm. But anyways, jumping back in to some Father's Day fun facts, because you know we had to do that. So June 19th, 1910 in Spokane, Washington was the first Father's Day. And it's because this woman wanted to honor her dad. Her name was Sonora. She wanted to honor her father, who was a Civil War vet and raising 6 kids by himself.
Wow.
Single dad.
Wow.
Shout out to him.
Dang, he was
6
really
kids.
doing it all. That's a lot.
I'm out. Richard Nixon signed it into a law in 1972. I feel like, why did it take that long after that? But anyways, the Father's Day flower is a rose. I don't know why the ladies. What? I don't know why mothers got carnations. Well, we know why we got carnations, but why did guys got roses? Red if you're an alive father, and white if you are deceased, to honor you. $15 billion are spent annually on electronics, clothing, tools, and sporting goods for dads.
Yep.
Duh. Which is actually lower than Mother's Day goods. So I guess at least we spoil our moms a little bit more.
Yeah.
We love that. Neckties are the most popular gift to give.
Neckties.
Yeah.
Like a bow tie.
I mean, you never bought your dad a tie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
multiple.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
necktie.
necktie.
I've never heard just a tie.
I think
never
that's
heard
like
it
its
called
formal
a
name.
necktie. I was like, what the hell is that?
Well, yeah. Okay, to your point, when I read it, I was like, bow ties? My dad's
That's what I just said.
About.
Bow tie.
Okay.
That's why I was like,
what?
It's
different. The long one is called like a necktie.
I have definitely gotten my dad ties.
Dude, it's like the easiest. That and socks. Socks and underwear. It's like, when in doubt, my mom's always like, just get him some socks.
Because like men don't buy socks.
No.
Or
they don't,
underwear.
or any of their like, yeah. Unless you're picky.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if guys, like an average guy, knew about like Skims or like a buttery soft like feeling underwear? Like we keep buying them like Fruit of the Loom and like all this like shit. I can't imagine what somebody would say. Okay. They're like, hold on, there's luxury
literally. I will say a lot of like the guys in my life, brothers, aka, they love the Lulu like boxer briefs. Ooh. I mean, talk about buttery. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, you bougie mugs. Come on.
I blame the influencers, okay? Yeah. Whoever brought it to their attention.
Kim
or
K.
the ladies.
Yeah. The ladies in their life.
Dude, okay, hold on. I'm going to go back. I guarantee you probably told them about the luxury. Yeah, exactly.
Don't hate.
You made them this way.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so a couple things I want to talk about.
Yeah.
First being the evolution of fatherhood.
Okay.
Because I feel like when we were growing up, and correct me if I'm wrong in your household, but like for us, like my dad worked 24/7. That was it. That was kind of his role. Obviously, he had like some household things like the outside, like, I don't know, obviously like lawn, anything like handy was always like, that's my dad's stuff, you know? But obviously in more recent times, especially with like some of our friends, it seems like, you know, we hold guys to a different standard where it's like, no, dude, it's 50-50. Like, you gotta take the trash out. Like, there's more tasks that they're taking on.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Like, do you think that we've like shifted? Do you think it's kind of still the same in your opinion?
I wouldn't say 50-50.
Yeah.
Maybe like a 60-40.
Hey, but that's a shift.
Yeah.
Than what it like used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, think about women in the 1950s.
Yeah.
It was like the guy just went to work and that was it.
Yep.
Like, or like, I mean, did your dad...
I will say I have never dated someone who like is like, number one, so good in the kitchen with like cooking, baking, but he also loves to clean the kitchen and has like a particular way.
Gotcha.
I've literally never met a man that like wants to clean the kitchen.
Interesting.
And he like does. He's like, don't like, you know, if he's like tired or whatever, I'll do it. But he's like, you just don't do it the same way. Like, yeah, no. Get out of my kitchen. He always says, get out of my kitchen, like whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say it's like 60-40 in our household for sure. But honestly, looking at like most the like people I know who either live with a man, my parents, or couples that around me are like married, everyone is kind of pulling weight. It's like pretty, sure. It's, yeah.
I know. Mm-hmm. Or like, I mean, I'm going back to like when we were younger and we had like sports and stuff. Like, did your dad pick you up or was that like mostly your mom?
No, my dad,
those things?
My mom, it was definitely my mom. My dad, I mean, if he could, but he worked in the car industry.
Right.
So he was always working late during the week.
True. Yeah. Yeah. Same with my dad. I mean, running a restaurant his whole life, essentially, and our whole lives. It was like, you know, he wasn't done till like 10, 11 sometimes at night. Or if he was on a different shift, it was like at least till 7 p.m.
Yep.
And when you're on your feet cooking all day, sweating in a kitchen, I think the last thing you want to do is like
drive
run around
pick
and
up kids and
I mean, he would. Like my dad was very if I'm the last resort, I will. Mm-hmm. But like now I feel like for example, I know, you know, bosses and other people were like they genuinely like work their schedule around like their kids now too.
Oh,
where my dad didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? No. That's what I mean.
Neither did mine.
Yeah.
Never.
Like, but now, like, you know, for example, like other kids in my family, like my cousins and stuff, their husbands like are more hands-on. Like they will genuinely be like, oh, you know, they'll work around their meetings now and be like, oh, I can pick up the kids because I don't have my call till 4 and I'll be done by then or whatever it is. And like, it's definitely more equally divided, I think, than it ever was been. Because my dad would never be like, okay, I'm going to leave for 30 minutes really quick to go pick up my kid and drop them off and then be back. Like, that wasn't like, no way. Yeah. Or would my mom even ask him of that? You know what I mean? I don't know.
No, I get that.
So I think there's definitely been a shift and it's interesting and I like to see it.
Yeah, me too.
Because I wish my dad was involved more and I wish like I could see him
more even if it was
even if it was like really quick just taking me to a practice like that 15 minutes like you might not think it's something but
it's the showing up.
You might not think it's a big deal but like long term as an adult like I think about that stuff you know. So anyway, what about like men that aren't?
I would say like shout out right now to like employers who actually, whether you're a father or a mother, who do like allow you to kind of like they work with your schedule. Like they were not doing that when we were kids. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, I have to leave a little bit earlier to pick up my daughter from pom practice or gymnastics or this.
Yeah.
No. y'all did not care about us, okay?
I know. And
not the
sometimes
parents, like the employers did not care. Like now I feel like jobs, honestly, I feel like after COVID, even before, but like people are just like, like I just feel like it's like way easier to like have a kid and have like a career.
Right.
Than before. Do you agree with me?
Oh, I 100%
like
agree.
You can still work and have like be someone and not that I'm not saying that like if you're not a parent or whatever, like you're not someone, but you can literally like have a whole occupation, a career, and like run a company, and then yeah.
No, I totally agree. I feel like, you know, the 80s, 90s, 2000s, like again, people couldn't ask to leave early. That would be insane.
No.
Like there would be no way. Like even if my mom was like, "Hey, can I like at my lunch hour, instead of sitting in this cafeteria and eating my like lunch, can I go like for a walk or pick something up, like pick my kid up or whatever, or like leave an hour early and not take a lunch?" Like there was no flexibility like that at all whatsoever. And now I think that you could. I don't know if I think people take that opportunity more than ever too, but yeah, I think you have to be. I think people have realized like, you know, family is important. My life is valuable. And that's something that like, you know, you figure out on the front end, but
I agree.
So it's interesting. I love that. Especially for a father too, because it is an important role. We talk about the mom, we talked about, you know, obviously a mother's role, but a father's role is just as impactful, I think. Like, are you close to your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
We butt heads because we're the same.
Okay.
You just met him.
Yeah.
And you were like,
I'm like,
this,
okay.
This makes sense
now I get it. The questions, the sarcasm.
Yeah. Right. So as much as I would,
and
like
I love him for that.
No, but that's really like, I think we both don't like admitting that we are similar to each other.
Dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll tell you.
But yeah, we have a great relationship. Like I have a really great relationship with both my parents, and I'm really, really thankful that like I have, like, I'm just like, if I always say this, my mom is an amazing listener. But my dad is the best advice giver, pep talker.
Oh, nice.
That's who, if I am feeling like I need like some type of like TLC or like maybe not reassurance, but like there will be times where I'm like, oh my God, this is hard. Like being like, dude, I have to be an accountant. I got to be a manager. I got to be an owner, a content creator, like all this stuff, you know, and I'm wearing all these hats. And like, sometimes I'm like, I feel like I'm not doing good enough. So I would like text him, and he's always literally got, he knows exactly what to say.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So I guess you could say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
No, I love that. And I think similarly, I would like to say, I think I'm a lot like my dad too. I get his like, he is like, for someone that was in such a like high strung position his whole life, like high stress level job of owning a restaurant, running it, and being the head chef every single day, 7 days a week, 365. He never closed. He was always just super patient and super kind and super like gentle and genuine, and I don't know. And so I hope I still have those qualities, or I do, but I'm just saying like I love that about him. And man, he's one of those where like my dad, like equally how you said like you have like questions and like your day and you go to him. Same thing with mine. I go to him if I'm like having the worst day ever. Yep. Because literally he will like be like bring me back and be like, it ain't that serious.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like where a mom, God bless them again, they will be like
a lot more
did
emotional.
You try this? Did you do this? Did you whatever?
Yeah.
It's totally more like they want to problem solve your problem.
Yep.
My dad's the opposite, where he's just like, let's put that there.
Yep.
You'll figure it out.
I agree.
Let's just be here now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Anyways, what do you think are some challenges about being a dad today? Obviously, we're not dads, but
challenges for a dad today.
I would say the part of kind of being, like, you know, it's funny. Somebody like once said to me, like, it was a lady, and she was just like, you know, it's so interesting because we give so much credit to moms, and like sometimes we don't give credit enough to like the dad, you know, because they are also influential, maybe in a different way. And I'm like, that's true. I think moms actively do more in terms of like caring, packing lunches, things like that. And not that dads don't, obviously.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're just as impactful. Which
I don't know. I feel
credit.
like maybe it would be just like, you know, you're the dad or in the dad role. Like you're expected to be like the financial money maker. Macho. Yeah. I feel like it doesn't like some men are just like softer. Like they don't, you know what I mean? Like it's just different. And I definitely think there's like that continued pressure of, oh, I'm the man, I'm the king, I run the house. Like I pay for everything. Like I'm supposed to do this and do that and provide. I think that would be, for me, I don't know, but I feel like that would be a pressure.
I think so too. Especially, okay, you're hitting it too. Like
you gotta,
they can't.
You don't want to have a dad bod. So you better be hot. Okay.
Well, I don't mind it.
I don't either. But like, you know, like
I don't think the pressure for your appearance as a man is as important as it is as a woman.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like you can get away with like more there.
Okay. I was wait.
No. You can get away.
You can definitely get away with it.
Right. So like
and still be hot.
That's what I'm saying. So there's no pressure for that.
No.
At all.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's the financial and like having the title, the position, the salary, you know, here's my house. Oh, kids are in all the private schools. Yeah, like
I'm strong. I'm tough. I'm like,
yep.
Yeah, like I discipline, you know, like this kind of mentality where like they can't be emotional. Right. Like I never saw my dad cry. I don't know about you. Actually, I have a few times recently, but like
not much.
Yeah, exactly. Not much.
My mom. No shade, Mom. I know you're listening. She definitely cries more than my dad.
I get my crying from definitely my mom. My dad can get emo too. I think, again, it's recent years, but like growing up, yeah, right. I never saw that guy shed a tear. Yeah. Because I don't think it was like allowed. Like, I don't think he thought it was allowed to like be sad, which that's a feeling. Like, Dad, you could be sad.
It's okay.
Yeah, or it's weird too. I feel like mental health for men is like not a thing.
Oh no.
Like now I think obviously people are addressing it a little bit differently, but like before, a guy talk about his feelings, my uncles, I'm like thinking about like so many guys in my life, like yeah, right, if they were like whatever, they would just like smoke cigarettes, have a drink and then move on. Yep. Yes, seriously, especially the Europeans. Like they're just like,
now. It is what it is.
100%.
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
They're shooting back their Uzo. They're having their cigs, and they're just like
on delay.
Carpe diem, you know. Hakuna Matata. Obviously, we want to shout out like all the dads, right? Stepdads, regular dads, any grandpas, uncles. And mentors. Like, let's not talk about, like, there are some pretty badass
pet dads.
Like,
let's just one time for the pet dads, too. That's a dad.
Okay.
You know me and the pets.
I'm actually going somewhere. Shout out to, like, all the, like, male mentor, like, positive male mentor leaders. Yeah. Like, it's not easy to be, like, a good boss these days. And I feel like if you're a guy that can hold that position, I mean, I'm in it. Just saying.
More power to you.
Yes, more power to you. Anyways, how has your dad influenced your life today?
First off, both my parents have worked like all my life, but I think my work ethic, my like sales, my like go-getter, now that you've met him, 100% is from my dad.
Yes.
100%. Everything I know, street smarts, it's literally Mike.
I love that.
It's my dad.
It is.
like athletic. I feel like he's really been very supportive when I was, young, doing gymnastics and in my cheerleading and my pom-pom. Like, there was not, for somebody who worked the hours he did in high up in a car industry, that he was working like 67 hours, 65 hours a week.
Yeah.
He didn't miss competitions. He didn't miss games. Like, he was there. Super supportive. I definitely have gotten my tongue from him of like, maybe the attitude a little bit. So I guess you could say he's influenced me that way.
Big
yeah.
No, those are all honestly positive things.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
For sure. I would want those qualities too.
He's definitely made me feel like I can handle my own.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like all my life, like, taught me and like instilled like,
right.
Rachel, stay on the right path and I'll always support you. I'm like, yes, sir.
Your dad does have military background, doesn't he?
Yeah, he was an Army Ranger.
Oh, cool. So, yeah. So, I think
he doesn't play.
So, I was just going to say, like, all of those qualities definitely make sense to, like, who he is.
He does not play.
I don't want to play with Mikey. I don't like dogs. Okay. Moving on. My dad has influenced me in the ways of 100% hard work. Like, watching that man, like, his drive, his motivate, like, every single day for his family. My dad is an immigrant who came here literally with a duffel bag. There's one photo and there's a duffel bag on his feet, and he's like, that's literally all I brought. Grew up very, very poor. 8 kids in the family, 12 living in a 2-bedroom house, just for reference. So kids were all over the place. Yep. Like, it's actually like really sad and heartwarming at the same time to like listen to his stories and watch this. So watching this person come from absolutely nothing to see what he has built, man, is like the most influential thing. I think, like, without him saying anything, it just gives me the hopefulness, the like drive, the like, man, if this guy can do it, I can, so my God, like, that is like the most influential thing. And also kindness and integrity. Like, my dad is always the type of person that is like, not so much that he's like cares about his ego or his name like that, but it's always like he wants to be known for like being a good person. You know what I mean? And so like he works like really hard to like talk to people in the community, actually listen, and like he wasn't that guy that was talking about himself or anything like that. It was always, working towards like better. And so I love that about him, and I hope to grab like some of that too. But yeah, those like key things, just like his integrity and his hard work, man, is just wild. Oh, thank you, God.
Yeah, you are.
I know, but if you meet him, I know, but if you meet him, I'm telling you, like, whoa, like, just, you'll be like,
I'm just saying, I know I work hard, and you always tell me, like, oh, your work ethic inspires me. You inspire me. You are always. I don't know anyone who works more and harder than you.
Thank you.
Like,
that's
seriously.
Really sweet. Thank you very much. Well, now you know why.
There you go.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Seriously. See, this is why I am the way I am too. Pete. Thanks, Pete.
Pete. Love that.
Kristina Pete Dukas, baby. That's me. All right.
Love that.
Okay, so let's talk about some things about our dad, like things that 5 words that you would describe him as. Kind of touched on some.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, okay. I just like off the top of my head, hardworking, determined, ambitious, loving, supportive.
Totally.
He's handsome too. No, I don't mean that weird. I don't.
He is.
He's a good-looking guy.
A good-looking guy.
That is like a compliment to him. I don't mean that weird, but I'm like, damn.
Oh my God.
He takes care of himself. I'm telling you, he has
Mike's
taught.
looking good, guys.
Michael and Brandon are also the way they are because of my dad.
Yeah.
Hygiene, I would say, is one thing my dad has always. Rachel,
don't play.
Don't have your nails. Guys, look at nails. Don't have your nails looking bad. That's the first thing I would look at on a woman. Like he would tell, like, yeah, just like stuff, Mike stuff. That's how I would explain him.
Yeah, I love that song.
Did I catch you off guard?
Yeah, I did. I'm like, yeah, wait, is my dad handsome?
Yeah, he is. He's so cute.
He's sweet.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's
he
cute.
is. Yeah.
I know, but
silver fox.
Oh, no, I don't see him like that anymore. Like, even when I look back at old pictures of my dad, I was never like, man, he's cute for sure.
No, I know.
But yeah, my dad had like an afro, like
that was in.
Like very like, slick back.
That was in.
I know. He just went through so many looks. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
But
like,
anyway.
Look at the life that look where they are now.
Totally. I would say some other words to like throw in, at least for my pops, is very honest, devoted, understanding, dependable, like charming. Oh my God, he's like, I don't want to say he's a ladies' man in terms of like he loves to like, schmooze with them. But he will literally sit with a table of women and like gossip. Like he's like that kind of ladies' man. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Or like like I said, like, oh, literally last week I was sitting at my parents'. Me and my mom walk in. The garage was open. Like TV was on, fan was on, windows open. And we're just like, Dad, like whatever. No answer. We're sitting there. Literally half an hour goes by. I'm like, where is he? Because, randomly he'll just like take a walk around the block or something. My mom goes, look right over there. Turn around. It's the lady next door and another lady from the neighborhood. And my dad just kicking it. Like on the couches, like talking. I'm like, okay, tight. My mom's like,
leave him.
He's their problem.
Yeah.
It's their problem, not mine. Anyways, it was so funny. Do you think, like your grandpa, do you think that your grandpa and your dad have any similarities?
I never met either of them.
You didn't?
They both died before I was born.
Oh, no. But like, what do they say about like?
They honestly don't talk about them much.
Really?
No.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. I only brought that up because like my mom constantly tells my dad, you're exactly like your dad.
No,
you're
my
exactly
dad says that to my mom.
Really?
About my grandma.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yep.
But there can definitely be similarities there.
So I'm sure if they were alive, it would be the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And then obviously my grandparents lived in Greece. So I only saw them when we went there.
Yeah.
But my grandpa on that side, on the Dukas side, he loved America. So he would come here and visit like as much as he could. So he would come to Chicago a lot and stay with his kid. Like he would, stay like a couple weeks with like each of them and then go back. So we got to see him a lot more than my other grandparents. So I was really tight with my grandpa. Anyways, he is a lot like my dad.
Really?
Just like appearance wise, like the way they act, their mannerisms, like very similar. So interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Has your relationship with your dad changed from when you were younger to now?
Not really.
Really? It's always been the same?
Yeah. I know deep down he has my back. Like if I really need something, he'll make it happen.
Nice.
I just gotta really stay on him. Dad, no, I seriously do need this though.
Oh my God. Yeah, I get it.
Uh-huh.
I would say the same thing too. I think it is like pretty consistent.
Consistent.
Yeah. It was I've never like hated him. I've never like.
Even though he drives me like nuts, I've never like hated him.
Right.
Where I like stopped talking to him.
Yes, I agree. All right. Well, let's talk gift giving.
Yeah. I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
So if we were at the swap, what are some things that you would get your dad?
Outdoor tools. Electronics, anything garden or planting.
Ooh.
Vintage sports cards like the baseball cards.
Oh, okay. Does he collect?
Yes. Sports apparel. And then I put like unique food or snacks.
Interesting. Okay, cool. So does your dad like build and do stuff, or like why tools?
Like outdoor. Outdoor tools like mower.
Oh, okay,
weed
gotcha.
whacker, lawn.
Big long guy.
Yes.
Nice.
That kind of stuff.
Those are all good things, man. Okay.
What do you say? I really feel like I know one of them.
Okay, guess.
Does it have to do with plants? Like fruits or veggies?
Yeah.
Seeds?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, he's definitely like a gardener.
Yeah.
He loves like not the flower side, but the actual like produce side. He loves. A card games. My dad's like a big card, like we love, like that's how he learns like English and stuff is always like through board games or stuff like that. So we love Uno. He loves like a bunch of like card games he plays with my mom, like War and stuff like that. So I would definitely do something like that. Gardening, as you mentioned, plants, mulch, flowers. I would definitely get him. Self-care things.
Yep.
Aftershave, shavers,
all the things.
Nose trimmers. He needs all of it. Pore strips. Biggest blackheads I've ever seen. Dad. I would definitely get him some sort of outfit, wallet, belt, hats, good work boots. He's not a big jewelry guy, but he'll always have something on, whether it's like a ring, like a bangle. He wears like a gold chain, Greek, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, wife beater on. So like, anything like that.
I love it.
And my dad's like, he loves like antique, like rare things, even if it's just like to look at them.
Sure.
Like he loves like old school things that remind him of like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so
back in the day.
Yeah. And he might not like buy them all the time, but he'll definitely like love to see that stuff. So
I love it.
Yeah, so anything like that. What are some core memories that you have? Anything that sticks out?
Sticks out would be going to sporting events with my dad.
Fun.
Traveling.
Does he have like a favorite sport?
Football.
Okay.
Yeah, but like we would actually travel to come to like the Bears games.
Fun.
Traveling, like taking vacations. He's taken me on a lot of cool vacations. We used to go to Myrtle Beach every year. Then we started like going to the Bahamas when when I was like maybe first, second year of college.
Oh, cool.
It was great. Let me tell you. I was like, hey, I can still go on the family trip. Perfect.
I'm part of the fam.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Mine are like more childhood. I wrote down a couple. One, so like as I mentioned, he would work like all day long, so it was really hard for like him to obviously entertain us very well. Like, yeah, but he always made an effort. And one that we always did, because he could sit down, was we would do bozo buckets. He'd be like, let's play bozo buckets, and we would just like put like whatever kind of bucket or like bowl contraption that we had, like we would line them up and we would like, try, and he would like just, sit back and play with us. And we had so much fun doing that. I loved it. And then like another one that sticks out so much in my mind was this one time at his restaurant, someone came in and was like kind of asking for money type thing. It was like a man, and he had like a car, and in very much so in the car there was like a wife and like a couple kids that he saw. And the man was like, are you hiring, like, do you have like anything to spare, whatever. And this was when the restaurant was closed, so it was like just me, my dad in there, and then like whoever was closing up with us. And my dad's like, I don't need any help right now. Like, you could write down your name and number and like, whatever. But also like, hold on one second. And he came back with like this huge bucket of like food for this guy, like straight up like fresh produce, like some soup that he probably would have tossed or reused the next day or whatever. But it was just like, here, feed your family. And I like melted. Yeah. Like, seeing it was just such a heartwarming thing, being like, wow, like my dad actually like cares. Like, yeah, it was like such a core thing as a kid. And now as an adult, just being like, wow, like I don't know that somebody else would have done that. It would have been like, nope, we're closed, like, see ya. Like, but he actually like took the time to like hear this person out and was so, I don't know, just wanted to help, so that was like very thing. And his ability to like feed people, like I think that's where I get mine from, of like hosting. My dad like loves trying new restaurants, and like anytime somebody would come over, like having like snacks and like things like that, like he's very much so like loves to throw a good party. So I definitely think those are definitely core memories.
Love that.
But yeah,
happy freaking Father's Day, guys.
Freaking Father's Day. All right, let's wrap up with some this or that Father's Day related. Grilling or takeout?
Grilling.
That's for sure. Fishing or hiking would you do with your dad?
Fishing.
Does he do any of those? We don't, but I would do fishing. I think my dad would like that.
Not really. Not really.
Okay, sports game or movie night?
Sports game.
Dad, for sure, sports game. DIY or store-bought gift?
Store-bought.
For sure. Okay, camping trip or beach day?
Beach day.
Beach day for sure. Tools or gadgets? My dad is a gadget guy.
I would say gadgets.
Sure. Card game or board game?
Cards.
We would do card too. Home cooked or restaurant dinner?
Home cooked.
Again, my dad would do restaurant here. Like he would definitely, he wants to try stuff all the time.
Oh, he'll try stuff, but my dad also loves when we're like cooking.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, outdoor adventure or night in?
Outdoor adventure.
I would say the same. Okay, car wise, is your dad like a classic car guy or modern car guy?
Modern.
Really? My dad would go classic just because nostalgia.
Yeah.
But okay, would your dad do a bike ride or a walk in the park?
Bike ride.
My dad would do a walk, I think. He loves the wilderness.
Yep. Definitely.
One with nature.
I love it.
Would your dad do barbecue ribs or steak?
Steak.
Ooh, mine would go ribs, I think. I'm not sure though, but gardening or woodworking?
Gardening.
Gardening for sure. Sports or history?
Sports.
My dad would go History Channel, I think. He's a softie. All right, concert or comedy show? And my dad would do.
I don't know. He would go to both of those.
Yeah.
It's an equal sign.
My dad loves circuses and like magicians and stuff like that. Golf or tennis?
Golf.
I already know yours. Beer or wine? My dad's a wine guy. Wino. All right, well, that's all I have. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
Happy Father's Day.
Aspiring dads. Obviously, I know I'm a daddy's girl to my core.
Definitely.
So this was fun to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And talk about my guy, Pete. So happy Father's Day, everybody.
Happy Father's Day. As always, if you guys like this episode, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, and thanks for listening to another episode of You,
Me,
and
the Flea. See you next time.
Week.